Albanian people and most of European people love about America is their principles. So the land of the free and democracy. It is very sad to see the American government not stand up to that.
Albanians expect more from one of their closest allies.
But over many years, she was able to develop the opportunity. Having that opportunity required two things. Suddenly, make the island come up for sale from the military, and secondly, get rid of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act.
Robin Brooks. She's a global policy professor and a former U.S. National Security Council director for the Balkans and Central Europe.
So we have extreme influence in this country that is predicated on what historically has been our shared values and our shared commitment to democracy, democratic institutions, and rule of law. So when the United States is investing in a way that is not transparent and seems potentially to violate Albanian law, it tarnishes our image with the people of Albania and with and our ability to exercise that leverage in the future.
Because here in America, and all around the world, it's illegal to sell somebody else's shit. Which brings me back to the bricks and minifigs case. Fuck minifigs corporate. They are shit cucks, okay? Let me tell you. They could just pay this thing off. Go after the original owner or this owner, whatever you want to do, but that's on you.
For now, the billion-dollar project continues as the White House claims the private business activities of Kushner and the president's daughter have nothing to do with the administration.
And whoever it is that sold this island in Albania is going to go to prison. They've already opened an investigation into it because it's criminal. Obviously.
That's no consolation for people like Yanni Vorspi. He's an ecologist with an environmental watchdog in Albania and showed me around the protected area.
It's a city, 10,000 rooms.
It's going to completely alter the face of this entire place.
Yep, so we don't talk anymore about negative effects on nature. It's wiping out nature. And we're talking about the only island that Albania has.
Repeat that again. You're saying this is Albania's only island, and that's the one they want to make private?
Obviously. It seems like all of these people know it, and they're pissed. Goddamn eco-mentalists.
The government says it'll bring jobs and investment and billions of dollars into the economy.
Well, fuck those flamingos, right? I mean, we're gonna maximize the island's potential. Right? Right?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
That only island is now at the center of furious public debate, as many here fear for the future of one of the country's most pristine places.
Fuck those flamingos. The hell are we talking about? Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. Right. Sorry, dude. You're shit out of luck.
Paradise for a price.
Chicks
We
with
swam
dicks.
to the islands. We went on a hike, barefoot all the way up to the top, and we were just captivated.
And it says that they're authorized to have consignments in their little minifigs franchise. And now, Minifigs Corporate says they were not authorized.
Coastal resort backed by Jared Kushner's investment firm.
So, Brian called the store to see what was going on.
Called the store, and I said, what happened to Crystal? And he goes, well, that's kind of a private matter, but the corporation's taken over the store. There's something I can do to help you with. I said, well, yeah. I am the owner of about half your store's inventory. All those vintage Star Wars sets you have in there are ours. And she just goes, oh, I don't know anything about that. I said, well, you better get to learn about it because I have a contract, I have photo evidence, video evidence, like that is our collection. So I wrote up a contract.
In the contract, it says that these are still the family's Lego sets, but every time one gets sold, the store gets to keep a small percentage of each sale.
This was a store's worth of inventory. So that store that day was nothing but my dad's collection. Like, all the shelves to build. They had to bring in extra shelves and fill the whole party room with shelves.
Now, it's very important to note, this particular store, located in Oregon, was a franchise, meaning that a corporation, a franchisor, licensed its brand, trademarks, and business model and operating system to a franchisee who owns and operates a semi-independent business under that brand.
And now, Minifig's corporate says they were not authorized.
What do you expect him to say? He's a liar.
Store brought a copy of the contract. We're like, you need to let me in back and let me see the sets that you still have. All you have to do is let me in back. We can go that route or we can go to court. And the guy just looks at me, crosses his arms and goes, let me tell you what's gonna happen. If we go to court, we're gonna drag this thing out so long and you're gonna end up spending so much more money than your collection is ever worth and what you ever would have gotten on it, then it ain't worth it, man. So if that's the route you wanna go, and I go, that's really the route you wanna go, rather than just letting me walk in there, and he goes, well, what am I to do?
Seems like this whole who owns what issue is real similar in the Bricks and Minifigs case.
And we were just captivated.
And it says that they're authorized to have consignments in their little Minifigs franchise.
I didn't sign that agreement. I didn't agree to anything in that.
And now I finally understand the legal loophole that Josh is using to get away with this. It's probably the stupidest loophole I've ever heard in my entire life. Josh is claiming that it's not his name on the contract, it's the previous owner's, which makes no sense because in the security camera footage, he tells the previous owner that he's going to be the one taking over the contract now.
He's taking on the business, he takes on all that, can't sign that.
And I guess this is some sort of just contract loophole he's trying to use to steal the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection.
And I'm not the only Jedi screwing with you.
Or you had to take it over from the previous owner, right?
Nope, that's not how the law works.
Yeah, it is.
And we discovered an island on a friend's boat case.
It's right at the point where the Adriatic Sea meets the Ionian Sea, and it remained closed to most of the outside world for decades.
Doesn't really matter who owns it. I have developed the opportunity for me to own it.
There's no historic seaside villages scattered along the coastline. The fear that places once considered protected are no longer off limits.
So you can fuck right off.
No sprawling resort developments. Instead, visitors find Cold War bunkers and stretches of coastline that look remarkably similar to how they would have looked half a century ago. Untouched, beautiful, and until recently, protected.
But of course, like everything else that the Trumps do, just like when negotiating the war in Albania, Jared Kushner gets a little piece of the action. Of course, in this case, it's a 1,400-hectare beautiful island in the middle of the Mediterranean. Oh, we hiked all the way up barefoot just to discover this place.
The first is on Cezanne itself, and the second sits across the water in a protected stretch of coastline famous for lagoons, dunes, wetlands, and very importantly, resort.
The culmination of all my experience in real estate.
Being built in such a sensitive ecosystem. 6,000 hotel rooms and villas, luxury accommodation, restaurants, retail space, marinas, recreational facilities. Over the past few years, Kushner's investment firm Affinity Partners, actually one of the busiest places imaginable. Flamingos may have brought attention to the issue, and that's why the flamingo became the symbol of the movement. An ecologist has warned that the development could fundamentally transform the landscape, allow the construction of high-end tourism facilities in certain protected areas. But then people started seeing bulldozers. According to the head of the Albanian Ornithological Society, no environmental impact report had been publicly released, despite the size and significance of the development.
That somehow the Romans had missed and the Greeks had missed, and well, nothing like Ivanka Magellan to discover new lands for us all, and with the world's largest fucking hotel being built, 10,000 rooms this monstrosity is. I wonder if they need any bricks or minifigs.
Around Nata Lagoon lies one of the most important ecosystems in southeastern Europe. Support hundreds of species of birds and animals, making the area one of the Adriatic's most valuable natural habitats, including for flamingos.
Of course, as we all know, Trump means quality. For all these people agree. They're so excited about this project that they've come out to wish the flamingos a fond farewell. Goodbye, flamingos. Ivanka wants to build a golf course. Y'all take it easy. I'm Zachariah, Lone Star Liberal. They're now stealing from other countries? It was bad enough when Saudi Arabia and other countries just giving them shit. Now they're just taking shit. Wow. Balls of solid rock that bitch has. Probably bigger than both of her brothers. But you knew that. I'm Zachariah, Lone Star Liberal. Y'all take it easy.
Finance the crypto exchange, Binance took steps that catapulted the Trump family venture's new stablecoin product, enhancing its credibility and pushing its market capitalization up from $127 million to over $2.1 billion. Its incarcerated co-founder then earned a presidential pardon.
I do not have any business relationship with any of the sons of President Trump.
The president insists with the stock market going up, a rising tide lifts all boats.
So we're all profiting. I'm profiting because I have a lot of money and a lot of cash, and I give it to institutions. I don't know if they know what they're doing or not, but they buy a vast array of things.
A new interview with President Trump just finished airing on CNBC, and in it, the president was asked if he knew that the family was getting into the crypto business. The president said he could know it wouldn't be illegal, and that he feels badly for his sons, Don Jr. and Eric, because any business decision that they make is so scrutinized.
I loved you as a brother, but you turned to the dark side and destroyed the Republic. I say the Jedi were destroying the Republic, and the Emperor and I saved it. You didn't save it. That's a lie. Nuh-uh. Yaha. Nuh-uh. Yaha. 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 Nuh-uh. What I said was true, from a certain point of view. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.